Welcome again, boys. So today we'll be talking about the FA Cup final. Congratulations to both of you. To my furthest left, we've got Trident, aka Chelsea, Mumbo. What's going on, Maximilian? You alright?
Party people.
And in the middle, you've got this Arsenal fan, Lombe. Anyway, moving on.
The real gunners, man. But bare ammo, blood. Infinite ammo.
In it for blank shot.
Trust me.
About me and Inshallah, blood. FC.
Anyway. We're just gonna try and find out exactly what you guys think about the season so far, and also about the FA Cup that you guys are both in. So first of all, I'll just ask you: are you happy with where you ended up in the league so far? So in the league,
Hey, tried it, blood. The Champions League set pace, blood. Michele.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the start of the season, I honestly, after we go banged by United, I said to myself, "Hey, there'll be no sick. I thought it's curtains, bro. I honestly did not expect us to finish where we finished. Ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I had zero hope.
So you was uncomfortable, like halfway through, when we was going through the season, you was uncomfortable.
Bro. To me, top 6, I would have been happy.
Wait, top 6? Where do you think you're gonna end up at that point?
Where did I think it was gonna end up? Where Arsenal finished. I thought it was gonna end up somewhere there, bro. So for them to end up there, boy, I don't know. But I did not see it coming.
You know what the worst thing is?
Lombe.
And the exact opposite of Trident. We signed Pepe, Tierney, Ceballos up until the point when they signed David Luiz. Yeah, I was content. I was like, yes, okay. We have tools that if it clicks, yeah, we can challenge for top 4. I didn't expect us to get top 4, but I was thinking Aubameyang and Pepe, like I said, that's the best front line we've had in a long time. Let's get that working. We bought David Luiz. I was like, oh, no. Chelsea's hand-me-downs. Like, I beg you, please. Like, we got Sylvester from Man United. Like, we not learned lessons.
It's good business.
And bruv, the way this season has turned out, yeah. When you know when you're having a heart-to-heart with yourself in November and you're realizing that the season is over, bruv. When you're at that point, you're like, well. It's been a nightmare, I'm not gonna lie. This has been the worst season I've watched, and I'm glad it's over. Like, I was happy during COVID-19, the break. Like, I was the only fan who was content with that. Like,
Twitter was getting mad. A lot of Arsenal fans were saying that's the best time they had. No stress, blood pressure was low.
And then what's the first game back for Arsenal? City, David Luiz, madness.
Yeah, straight away.
City, David Luiz, madness.
You want to put
the season was cheap. Can I say that
on the platform? Tried it because I can just slightly hear your voice. Your mic is low.
Let me run it in the dog. Mic check 1 2 1
yeah,
2. Testicles 1 2.
Okay, Lombe. Since your season was really. So how did you end up here in the Cup final? How are you here?
Arteta. Mikel Arteta. This guy, if we don't back this guy this summer, if we don't back this man, how we got here is basically, it's literally Arteta. And the worrying thing about Arsenal is every single manager that's wanted to come here, I'm sure, has wanted to play a back 4. But have all coincidentally ended up thinking, wait, this defense is actually, it's incapable of playing in the back 4. So we've got to play a back 3. Every single manager, even Wenger came to that conclusion in his last season. And Wenger's not a back 3 manager, but like, bruv, they have to back Arteta this time. And I want to see Arsenal. I want to see some.
What do you mean? What do you mean Arteta? Because at the end of the day,
he's basically, you see, you know the towel, you know when you squeeze a towel dry of water and you get the last drop. Like picture a rock in the desert and you're squeezing it and you get water out of the rock, man. That's Arteta right now. And he still might lose.
Got exactly what the last piece of what he could actually get into Arsenal, out of Arsenal.
Arteta, you know Darth Vader when they're operating on him and he's in the table, then they put that thing on his heart, the dialysis machine, all that. Arteta's already been through the mire, like since he's come in, like. He's at that bit when Darth Vader comes off the table and he's like, no, bro.
Mate, at the end of the day, you are OP. When you go through FA Cup, you are OP. Oh, you gotta put that in. What about Chelsea? Chelsea, do you feel confident?
Hey! You know what? I'm not gonna lie. If we actually look at it, most of the times when it comes to Arsenal, we've been doing them over. But for them, what they did against City and in Liverpool, I kind of turn around and said to myself, rah! But it just shows you how complacent they get, because look what happened in the last game of the season against Watford. What was it? I think it was 3-0 up.
Yeah.
And look how close it came at the end, bro. So for me, it's as long as Lampard gets the right formation, right players on, it's curtains first.
So right now, how are you looking at it right now as a fan? You're thinking to yourself,
who?
Or you thinking you should be marauding them in this FA Cup final?
Me?
Yeah.
Listen, if my boy Lamps, Super Frankie Lampard, if he gets the right formation, right players, we're rolling them over. Rolling them, man. They're gonna get rolled on.
Nothing else can do.
I'm calling it now. Giroud's gonna get the first goal. I'm calling it now.
We'll get to that's my nightmare.
We'll get to that. I'll put
he plays him. Don't get me wrong. Tammy's all right, isn't it? Yeah, his first season is all right, but for me, in a game like that, start Giroud, bro. You need to start Giroud, bro. You need to. I know Arsenal play kind of high, so they want to start with Tammy so they can play the ball in behind. But I'm sorry. All love to Tammy and all that, yeah. But, bro, that guy is like his legs don't work. He's always on the ground, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Love the guy, innit? But he's always on the ground. For me, it has to be Giroud that starts. Has to start. If you know what I'm saying? For me, that's if Giroud starts, the game is ours, bro.
And I always say, Giroud is a lucky guy. He's a gem, bro.
You're so underrated.
I am telling you. And the fact that he nearly went before we gave an extension, yeah. Oh, bro, imagine if he went. Man, we would not be top 4 right now, man. We would not be top 4.
You're so underrated, Jude, bro. People 100%. Need to put respect into your guy's name, bro. What more does he have to do, like in his career? What more does he actually have to do?
I know. I feel sorry for him, innit? Because obviously Lamps is building a young squad, innit? So unfortunately, you can't keep him there just to give him a couple of minutes, because you still need to give Tammy a couple of runs as well. So it's gonna be hard, bro. And the thing is, he's not dead food for him to sit on the bench and come and get on the last 10 minutes. He's not that kind of. He's not Batshuayi, bro. He's not Batman. You know what I mean? He's actually got respect on his name. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just keep him on the bench like that, man. That's deep for the guy, bro.
All right. What formation would you play against Arsenal?
No, hold on. I've got few questions. I got few because otherwise you're going to go overboard. Let me just get these through, because how you're answering, you're leading up to the questions I got going. So then, if you're saying that means that you can roll them over. Can Arsenal expose your weaknesses if you've got any? Like, do you have any weaknesses? And what are these weaknesses?
Yes, we do. 4 letters. Kepa. Whatever. That body there. Oh my. Listen. My knees can do a better job than goal, bro.
Kepa.
That guy there, nah. Kepa, nah, dead food. That is our weakness. That is our weakness. We cannot defend to save our life.
So basically, just get a Kepa.
But pop shots. But the thing about Arsenal, they ain't really got that much shoot except for Xhaka. But apart from that, no one bangs it. No one bangs it like that. They love that
It
tap
depends who we put on the pitch.
Look, bro, some of the goals have been getting in. You think to yourself, come on, mate. Come on. If we shoot against Kepa, 9 out of 10 is getting in. The only good thing is Arsenal don't shoot. That's the only good
But
thing.
we have shooters. That's the worst thing. We have people who can trouble the goal shots.
That's the thing.
There we go.
It makes no sense. I'm telling you now, if you don't do that, oh my God, we're gonna. He has to play Willie, bro. He has to start Willie because if Kepa plays, because already our back four is up and down. It's up and down. We can't. When it's corners, the good thing is when it's corners, Arsenal don't really score that much corners, so it's all right. If it was a United game, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, my confidence would be so low. But because it's Arsenal, literally it's counter attack. Yeah. When it comes to corners, no, because we can't defend corners. We all know that. We cannot defend corners to save our life. And Arsenal are not really known for scoring corners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough. I'm not even going to ask Arsenal weaknesses because I kind of all have an idea to strengthen those weaknesses. If David,
we have the biggest conundrum player, and Trident, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
I kind of know.
Our chances of winning rests largely on several key men. But I mean, there's one man who's like, if you're on it today, we've got a chance.
Okay,
who do you think I'm talking about?
That leads up
to the whole picture, especially with Arsenal.
That leads up to the next thing, Lumbe. What do you think your game plan is then? What do you think that you can actually get a chance? Because he just says that you're going to take top of us, and then that's what's going to. Well, initially, what do you think is going to happen? Or what is it that you're going to do to actually try and win this?
Honestly, yeah, there's a curveball that's been thrown into the situation because. Okay, what I've now figured out about Arsenal. This is some good information for you, Trident, yeah? Because you probably really watch Arsenal, but this is clear perspective, yeah? Arsenal, at the moment, because Arteta's switched to a back three, it suits us to play a team like Liverpool or Man City who are going to play their game because they know okay, let's go and attack Arsenal. They're never going to surrender and be like, let's play on a counter against Arsenal. No. So they're going to attack us, and that formation is literally built to absorb that and play on the counter. Right? That's why we beat Liverpool. But ironically, when Aston Villa did that to us, we have nothing that can break teams down, like penetration like that. We ain't got those midfielders like a De Bruyne or like we haven't had that Kovacic who's going to glitch around somebody in the midfield and then play someone in. Like intricate moment in the game. You know what I mean? We ain't got those guys who can penetrate. So if Chelsea are playing on a counter against us, we've got a weird predicament. But then that's down to if Chelsea trust themselves to play on a counter against us. If Lampard's literally going to set up that game plan, like, go on, are you going to do it? But then Chelsea's weakness is Kepa. I agree with that. But I don't know if he's going to start in this game. I genuinely think
Caballero. I hope not.
Willie Caballero played well against Wolves. I watched the Wolves game. Willie Caballero played well, made a couple of good saves, looked steady, gave a bit of sense of calm that Kepa hasn't been giving this year, right? But in terms of shooters, we've got. I don't even consider Xhaka a shooter. Well, last time, in your brain you can picture Xhaka being a shooter, but when's the last time he scored a banger? Go on our way, right? We've got more Pepe.
Yeah.
Nicolas Pepe, Lacazette. We've got more Ceballos is coming into it again, and Saka. Those are the guys who will pepper you with shots, the guys who give us our most end product. But it's like the key matchup for Arsenal, where I say, the last thing I say, the curveball was the 4-3-3 that Arteta played in the Watford game. Either he did that to kind of one up Lampard and bug his coaching analysis out to be like, oh, what formation are they going to play? Make us harder to read. If, as an Arsenal fan, I don't know what formation we're going to play in the final, which means for sure I know Chelsea don't know what formation that we're going to play in the final. just because of that. So Arteta's left that for himself. And whether he thinks that was a failed experiment or something that he wants to try, we'll find out. But it's like the key battle is how we deal with Chelsea's wingers, which in turn then things Giroud. Kovacic, I'm very scared of. I'm very scared of Kovacic. I'm very scared of Pulisic. And the fact that I'm not scared of Willian worries me, because that's the sort of game where Willian will do nothing for 60 minutes, get the ball and deliver it and get his assist.
Come alive.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you get what I'm saying? Come alive. He'll get a free kick and fucking, just when you're fed up with Willian, he'll put it in the bins. That's typical Willian. So I'm like, Arsenal, what fullbacks do we pick is key, because that winger battle, where I'm worried, sorry, last thing I'll say, I've been talking for long enough now, yeah, but Rob Holding, we've lost Mustafi, and I can't believe in my brain I'm saying this, but we might miss Mustafi for this one. Because Rob Holding, unbelievable. Rob Holding, yeah, and the right back, because that's the right centre back, innit? Of we're playing back three. Rob Holding's the right centre back, and whoever the right centre back accompanies him, that's your way in. That right side is not 30. No. That's your way in, and that's Pulisic's side.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So like, and David Luiz as well. What version of him turns up is literally decides the game.
You never know. That's the thing. You never know who Luiz is gonna get.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it for what you will. I don't know what the game plan was at the end of the day, but there was a whole lot of left and right that I heard. But I remember when we were.
I don't think we're going 4 at the back. We're going 3 at the back. But then it's then now, if we're going 3 at the back, and I don't know if Chelsea are going to attack us or let us attack them so that they can attack us.
Okay,
that's
I remember the
decide the game.
You guys were having when we was coming from football, and you guys were talking about Jorginho and how either he was clapped he is and how good he is. I think Trident was saying that he was clapped and he was trying to defend him of what he actually does. Have you changed your mind about Jorginho?
Oh, what's your assessment of Jorginho? Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say. Hold on. Let me just say. If I had a trim, I would take off my hat right now for Jorginho. That's all I'm saying. If I had a trim right now, I would take my hat off for him. Because I can't remember what game it was. What game was it? I think it was a Palace game. Remember the Palace game when Zaha scored that banger? It wasn't a banger.
Yeah.
When he scored that goal.
Yeah. And then Jorginho came on and yeah.
The game changed completely, bro. Literally.
1-2s round the corner. 1-2s round the corner. You know Jorginho.
You don't even need to watch football to understand how the game changed. That's how bad it was. You can just turn around and be like, wow, why can one player change the game like this? It literally just calmed it down so much.
Bruno Fernandes.
Dreaming.
Or the don that he just drops when no one touches him. We're talking about him.
A bit.
What you say again?
Penalties FC, bro.
Nobody will touch. He will just drop.
Oh God! Let's not even.
Listen, mate. I respect you more for your mate.
What? That is a diver.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
I can chat to your boy, bro.
How is
don't get me started, man.
How?
What? The only thing I've said is
how?
I understand, yeah. Do you know what he reminds me of? Bruno Fernandes has got that kind of. He's desperate to win at all costs. He's one of them kind of players, but he's got that Suarez in him with the referee. He's got issues on the pitch with the referee, but then that's his drive to win. Like he does it to win.
That's it. The bottom line is,
but bro, he dies.
So what? You have to beat the thing to win. Is that what you're telling me?
No, he doesn't cheat.
Drogba used to do it. But
hold on.
Drogba used to do it, but
hold on. So diving doesn't classify as cheating.
It does.
When did he dive?
That's the worst kind of form of cheating. Bruno Fernandes, gift. Oh, gift, no.
What?
Gift. He dived against Chelsea literally in the FA Cup semi-final. He dived against Aston Villa. But I saw everything, man. I've seen everything.
Dude, you're mentioning two things, and you make it sound like it's an often, like you often,
He
like
does
it's
it a
actually
lot.
young back in the day.
He does it a lot, and then
Bro,
kind of starts
so
doing
bad.
all
How
that
many people are
complaining at the ref.
Your own manager had to come out to defend his players and say his players don't dive. That's how bad it was. Your manager came
Nah,
out,
he's not a diver,
out
man.
with
He's
his
literally just a
tired
champion.
self and said, my
Bruv.
players are not divers.
He's not a champion mode. We can't bring him back to Bruno's boat because he's literally changed our team around. He's just that good. Like at the end of the day.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying he's dead food. I am not saying that. I am not saying that. But bro, come on, my guy.
He's not a diver. I don't know where that's coming from. I really don't. I'm genuine. I'm being serious. I really do. I really don't. Anyway.
He's a diver, man. He's a diver.
Before it gets too late. Let's move on. We can have another conversation the next time, but let's move on before it gets too late.
Cool.
So, how far apart do you guys think you are in terms of getting in the top 4 like next year? Because I know Lombe has been saying that, you know what, Arteta is the manager to actually move us forward, and he's the person that you can actually see having some sort of kind of vision. So all he just needs is like a few tools in play, and then they can come from where they are, where they're not supposed to. Yeah. But how far is that gap between you, Chelsea, and Arsenal in terms of? Are they far from you, Chelsea?
This is how I see it. You've got Liverpool, yeah? City, United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. 5 teams, right? Only 4 can get.
Yeah.
Do you see Arsenal breaking into that 4 out of the 5?
Not really, no. I have to be honest.
Okay. That's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. The man them that they have.
I've got something to say on this.
Hold on.
When you're finished.
This is what stresses me out. This is what actually stresses me out. You know what it is, yeah? Is I don't know what it is with Lacazette, yeah, but that guy is so, for me, cold. He's sick. But he just doesn't get enough goals. Because let me tell you something. Aubameyang, foot race, he will leave you for dead. But when the ball's in the air for him to hold up play, he ain't holding nothing. He don't want no smoke. He doesn't want it at all. He doesn't want it at all. But that's the thing now. He's one of the ones does he actually want to stay at the club?
Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Are you asking me that?
I'm asking you, my brother.
I genuinely, in my heart of hearts and my brain at the same time, I think he wants to find a reason to stay. But he's genuinely got nothing.
What reason is there? What reason is
exactly.
there? What reason?
Exactly. He's like right now, give me a reason to stay. Anything at all. And there's literally nothing. So he's like, bruv, I think he's like, bruv, if you had given me a legitimate reason to stay, if he leaves right now, I think he'll be thinking like, bruv, if you had given me a legitimate reason to stay, I might have considered it, but you haven't, period. Do you get what I'm saying? I think he wants to find a reason, but we are literally giving him nothing at this point. And this FA Cup final is flipping important, a factor towards that as well.
Yeah,
like we need to show him something. He literally needs to see something, and I think he wants to find a reason. But right now, we are literally giving him nothing, literally.
So the question is, if he busts out, what then?
Yeah.
That's a problem. Because
that goes back to
the worst thing about losing.
How far off? How far off you guys are?
That's a drop off. That's a.
Here you go. Yeah, that's it. There you go. That's why I said what
I said. Okay, can I say something now? Yeah, can I let my answer to is how far we are off. Okay, this I've never said this out loud, Gift, yeah, because there's a bunch of Man United fans in the group chat, and you guys will just do that thing that Man United fans do. That thing, bruv. You either know what I'm talking about or you don't if you're listening to this, right?
I don't know
But
what you said.
basically,
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you said. I don't know what you said.
you know that dismissive thing that we're the best thing since
I
sliced
don't
bread.
know.
Don't bring them
I
talks
don't
here,
know.
yeah.
I really don't know.
In football, right? In football, things, especially with big clubs, right? We're not the biggest club, but I still feel like in football, sometimes things are never really as good as they seem, and they're at the same time never really as bad as they seem. So if Arsenal have got a front line, you see what you just mentioned about Lacazette and how he doesn't get enough goals. You see Arsenal, how like I've deeped this so badly about our striking situation right now. Arsenal, we have Aubameyang. This guy is a certified killer. And you just talked about holding the ball up, right? But we have a certified killer, a guy who's on like in the same discussion with Lewandowski, Aubameyang, all them man, yeah. This guy is in that party, and we aren't able to play him up front. Why? Because we have remember what I told you earlier, we've got nothing that can play a pass down the middle in behind for Aubameyang. We have, when I say we have nothing of the sort, yeah, we have nothing of that. That is why Lacazette plays up front. And we've basically turned Lacazette into Giroud, blood. Twacazette. Just rolling around on people. He's just playing with his back to goal nowadays and just dropping in. That's the closest he'll get to a killer pass. We have no midfielders, right, who can get our strikers facing the goal and playing it that way. Like we have nothing, like nothing at all in that. Nothing at all. And Lacazette suffers for that. And because Lacazette suffers for that, Aubameyang, who can't hold up the ball but needs good service in behind, can't even play there. Guy who's got 22 goals in the season, bro. Deep that, just deep that. We have Aguero up front, but we can't play him up front because we have no midfield. So if we had a Bruno, if we had whatever mid exactly, but basically if we had anything from the center of the pitch that could play our strikers in, or link up with the strikers, or just connect, or just have a partnership with the strikers, anything, yeah, to link up with the strikers from the midfield, yeah,
it'll be curtains.
Would look like a, huh?
If you guys had that, bro, mate.
Okay, so
do you know what we've got up front? But it's just disconnected from the rest of the team.
Okay, so wait, Lombe, wait. So right now, yeah, ninth. Yeah, maybe it's because of different manager and how you are. You just come in and you're ninth. Yeah. So is that where you're supposed to be? Like that's where you are ninth, or is it just a freak accident?
It's a bit of both. This is a bit of both because we've had a terrible start to the season, but the quality in the team with like all of our players that limit us sum up our level. Like David Luiz sums up why we are ninth place. Everything about him, his strengths and weaknesses, sums up the limitations of where we can go. Same with Xhaka. Yeah, you're not gonna get any higher than Xhaka. I've said to everybody that I know, like, can you close your eyes and think about next season, Arsenal in the top 4, 30 games played, 8 games left in the season. We're in the top 4. Is Xhaka in that midfield for Arsenal? I don't think so, personally. And it's like, nah, man, we need to upgrade on Xhaka. He's a good player, gives us leadership, gives us structure, but he's got too much limitations.
So where Chelsea is, are you saying that you guys are far apart? Like they deserve to be where they are, and you?
Yeah.
So how far apart
I just
are
think
you?
Chelsea have got more winners than us.
What signings are you looking to get to where Chelsea is?
Final.
Hold on. You remember saying
I'm back. Final. Huh?
Say again? You're low again. I can't hear you.
Did he just say they have more? We have more winners.
Yeah, in your team. as a collective, like you have Aspilicueta in there, you have Marcos Alonso, you have N'Golo Kante in there. That's already way more than we have. Like there's all. Do you know who our most successful player is? David Luiz, agent, agent, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like if we took David Luiz out of our team with just a bunch of children, like running around with diapers, like.
That's your point. That's your point.
You know what I'm saying? At least you guys know, like, okay, Aspilicueta is like, okay, I can't do the running anymore. Like Kovacic, this is what you do at these times. We're in December, this is how you play it. At least I can give you that from my mouth.
The question is, what will propel you to get to where Chelsea is? Like for
spinal, back, spinal.
So you're looking to get everything in the mix.
William Saliba, I'm keeping quiet on him because he's a youngster, but I'm telling you, I watched St. Etienne and he looks good. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to hype the kid up because I want him to come in with as little aggro as possible on him. So I'm gonna leave that. We need another centre back to partner him, but at the same time, we need another centre back to partner Saliba because I don't want David Luiz to be the mentor to flipping Saliba. I'm not ready for that. But then at the same time, Saliba might be the perfect partner for David Luiz because he will win his one-on-one battles and be that solid tackler next to him that might unlock David Luiz. But he's a youngster and he's young. Let me not speak about it.
When you say unlock David Luiz, what are you trying to unlock?
The David Luiz that has a more consistent David Luiz over than this season when he's got shit defenders next to him and you're just like crying for disaster at that point. Like if you're gonna do anything, right? If you're gonna even do anything with David Luiz, don't put trash defenders next to him. Just don't do that. That's the worst case scenario.
But this is what I don't understand.
Let alone him being with good defenders.
Why would you want somebody where you don't know what you're gonna get from him? Luiz is not known to go solid season.
That's true.
Desperate. We lost Koscielny at the last minute of the season last year, and I think we signed David Luiz out of desperation.
No, but my question is, why would you extend his contract? Why would you offer him a new one, sir? Oh,
don't get me started. I'll throw up on camera, bro.
But that's your manager.
No. I think David Luiz is. I mean, Arteta, bruv. He's been, bruv. You know what this guy's been through already, just in the short time he's been here, bruv. It's. I feel sorry for him. He signed David Luiz, but he signed Pablo Mari, who got injured in the game against Man City, to which David Luiz came on and delivered the worst substitute appearance I've ever seen in my entire life from any team, ever. How can man come on, yeah? How can man come on, yeah? Concede the first goal off his thigh to Sterling. Arteta does his team talk, yeah? Come the second half, gets a penalty and gets sent off.
Yeah.
And they score.
And you sign him up
cameo of all time when we signed him. But it's like his defender, Pablo Mari, went off in the first minutes of that game against Man City.
Yeah, but it still doesn't answer why you would offer him a new contract.
Because of the whole COVID situation and the fact that all our defenders are injured. Do you know how many defenders? Huh?
Did you just say due to COVID, you're offering him a new contract?
No, I mean how that's trickled down to affect us at that point. And as well, remember at that point, after the Man City game, he was going to be a free agent, and we're going to literally have no defenders after that game. Like, remember the loan period had run out after that. Like it was peak.
You're forgetting that.
I don't know.
This is a Chelsea. He came from Chelsea. Look at the stress in his face, and he doesn't even own the player anymore. This is basically warning signs for you, bro.
100%.
Take that with
I'm done.
100%. Because in that final, you don't even know who you're gonna get. Because the bad thing is, you know, if someone's gonna partnership Luiz, they need to have experience and leadership, which Arsenal don't have. So if Luiz goes left, he's gonna resurrect him.
That's where we've got a problem.
At least at Chelsea, he had the Terry. He had the what's his name, Cahill. He had somebody that can turn around and be like, all right, cool. But who did he over Arsenal? Who is he? What is he? Who's he got?
That's why I'm dreading the final, bruv. But I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Last thing I'll say, yeah, about one thing I'll say about the final is, in a way, Rob Holding, David Luiz, and Tierney might suit the battle against Giroud, because Rob Holding's very aerial. He don't want Tammy Abraham running in behind him and speeding him, running into channels and doing all that. I don't think Rob Holding wants that. He wants somebody you can stay tight to, get a bit of physical contact, grab him up, have that sort of battle in a 90-minute match, like he had with Diego Costa. I think Rob Holding is at his best, which isn't even an amazing level, but he's at his best in that sort of game. Than somebody running in and out underneath his legs, like, oh, Aguero, oh, he's doing this, he's spinning, he's doing all that slithering. Blah. You get what I'm saying? David Luiz as well, I think he's better in that game than he would be. But then unless he's like, if David Luiz is like your nightmare mode, he can't defend from corners, he don't mark no one, he lets people go, he does that thing where he just loses his concentration. But then, in theory, that's also his best kind of battle. Someone who's not moving him around too much. And same thing with Kieran Tierney can be that he's Scotsman. I like Kieran Tierney. I think Kieran Tierney is looking mustard. I'm not gonna lie. Looking mustard.
Okay, so are you saying that Arsenal and Chelsea, so you guys are
helpless? We're far apart, but Arsenal, it just depends on who we get rid of. We need to get rid of. Yeah, we need to get rid. Like Arsenal, it's more like, are you getting rid of some of these players that represent your old culture?
And then from there on, that would take you to top 4.
No, it just makes us at least closer to top 4. Like we need the tools. We need the tools to be able to take the top 4 battle at least to the last 3 games. That's the best I can hope for next season.
Okay.
But we ain't got that because it's Aubameyang and Inshallah FC, bruv, at the moment.
So I've got last closing few. Got 2 more. One is, what do you think of your managers? Because both of you have just literally started on your ex-players, Frank Lampard and Arteta. Both of them, I actually feel like the managers. Like they look like they know what they want from the players. They look like they know what they want from the club. And in some cases, I really can't tell how far apart they are from each other in terms of what tactics they will actually bring. It looks like they're actually solid in that foundation. And compared to Oli, I would say that they would probably have like an edge. That's, I mean, just like tactics. Like I can genuinely see what Arteta and Lampard are doing, and so, but then Oli is like, you never know what you're gonna get. Like he either comes out world class or anything gets your feeling for filling Luis. So at the end of the day, I'm sticking with him because it feels great. It feels great, and it feels like they have a great feeling in Man United. But what about you, Chelsea and Lampard and Arteta with Arsenal? Are you guys actually happy with your managers at the moment? You rate them. Their ideas as well.
Go on, try it.
Okay. For me, Lamps has, I think nobody saw this. I don't think even he saw this. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'm not gonna lie. His first season, I expected him to do mistakes. I expected him to mistake some games that he's really surprised me, the way he's bossed it and the way we set up. But regarding the 2 managers, the person that obviously has their advantage is Arteta working with Pep.
Do you have headphones, by the way? Try them.
Do you have headphones, by the way? Try them.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got headphones if you want me to put headphones. I don't have them on.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can put headphones in,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can put headphones in,
the headphones, I think the echo is coming strong.
I think the echo is coming strong.
Should I get it now?
And you're low as well.
Should I get it now?
Yeah, get it. Go ahead, Lumber. You can go one.
All right, cool. While Trident's getting, I'll let him get back to his point when he finishes. Yeah, but I'll say quickly, Arteta has been exactly what I've wanted, what I've thought Arsenal have needed, even more than we realized as fans at the time. Like Arteta is.
You think Arsenal fans are
proud?
Arsenal fans are proud.
Yeah, most of them. But I'm not gonna lie, there are some Arsenal fans who are literally on this agenda that he's inexperienced, he's just a novice, basically. That sort of agenda is running around. He's just a novice, doesn't know what he's doing. They're critical of him, innit? Super critical of every mistake that he makes. But if there's ever one guy you're gonna be like, yeah, he's learning on the job, it's fucking Mikel Arteta. Like, this is why I'm like, you can't say that to me as a Man United fan talking about Solskjaer. He should know the way he plays by now. Like, he has had more than enough time to develop a philosophy. But anyway, that's Solskjaer, right? But Arteta, we need to back this man while his ideas are fresh, right? Because I'm telling you right now, Arteta will get us further right now than anybody else on the planet Earth we couldn't do any better than what we're doing with Arteta. There's no situation where you can get better from these players, better from your manager, better from anything up to this point than what Arteta has done. He really deserves to be backed. But then at the same time, this is COVID, and I don't know how that in actuality complicates things for Arsenal in the summer transfer window. So we need this FA Cup game. And this is a big game for Arteta. Let me just put it that way. A big game for Arteta. He needs this. He needs it.
Okay, try it. When you're saying before you left.
What was I saying? Yeah, the person that has advantage is Arteta. Simply because he was alongside Pep and he was in the Prem. So with what he picked, I don't know what he picked up from Pep, but I just feel sorry for him, bro. Because obviously you can see what he wants to do with the team. The only person needs to get the personnel.
Do you think he's a better manager?
Than who?
Than Lampard.
What are we going off? What are we basing it off?
Just like from what you can see, let's just even throw in Oli as well. And just like what you can actually see in managerial sense. Do you think he's the worst off of three?
To be honest with you, it's difficult because there's some games I've seen Arteta masterclass. Some games I'm seeing him, I'm thinking to myself, bruv, is that Michael Arteta or Mikel? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bruv. It's weird, but and it's the same with Lamps as well. There's some games his setup is just like, you see it's not working. Change it. But then there's some games where it's just like, he just bossed it. So they're both, I'm not gonna lie, up and down, bro. They're not far from each other. I wouldn't turn around and be like, I would prefer him or I prefer him, because it's clear as day you can see both of the visions.
You feel the same way with Arteta?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. One thing I'm not gonna lie, where Arteta is getting better at is this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking the dynamic of I'm getting more intrigued by the COVID-19 dynamic, no fans, and how it's like the matches are like training matches. You can see who the best players are because there's no atmosphere to influence things. It's just raw ability. You can see who the top players are. Like Pogba looks fucking immense in this sort of environment. Pogba looks like the sort of Pogba that you look at and you're like, you don't know what this guy does for training. He's in that mode in every single match now that I see him. But one thing that I'm noticing from, it's 5 subs now since COVID,
Yeah.
And even slightly before that, Lampard is very, well, on his best day, he's very good with the in-game subs. Sometimes he'll change it up and it will work, like he done against us in Arteta's first game. I remember, like, Lamptey. What happened to Lamptey? Like, why'd you sell that guy, Black? But anyway, like, that's one thing I worry about with Arteta. Like, it's one thing I worry about with Lampard, in the game. Because last thing I'll say about the FA Cup final again, I know I keep coming back to it, but this is one thing that this is profound. This is profound, Gift. This is profound, We need the first goal. If Chelsea score first, we're done. I promise you that. If Chelsea score first, Arsenal are finished. Finished. Because that's Arsenal's weakness. If Arsenal score first, then you're going to see an Arsenal performance. Which even at that, Chelsea, I'm not going to lie. This is a thing that scares me about Chelsea. Like, Chelsea have bursts of different periods in games. Like Chelsea, Willian is just such a bog guy. He will literally disappear for 60 minutes, 70 minutes. You won't think he's gonna. You'll even forget. Then the ball will fall to him in the wrong position, and he'll drew it across nicely for Giroud. That's across the box. Or sometimes we'll even do first touches and they'll go out wide. His head doesn't look like he's in it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but then he'll just do something. Pulisic is either electricity or it's like, as well, you also forget that it's in the pitch. But when he's electricity, bruv, he really, bruv, against Man City, that game. And it's like, that's why I'm like, Chelsea have a bit more to change up this game. Kovacic, I don't see who's sticking on Kovacic for Chelsea game for Arsenal. That's one guy I'm really worried about.
He's been so immense, man. That guy, oh my god,
bruv, I'm so worried about Kovacic, bruv. He's an anti-press guy as well. He'll jink past 2 people, blink of an eye, crowd scene, he's out with the ball. Like,
so you're looking forward to Jorginho playing, changing the game up. You're looking forward to Jorginho playing, changing the game up.
Am I looking for what?
Jorginho.
Jorginho Kovacic. Would you go Jorginho Kovacic?
Yes, I would.
Is Kante, by the way?
I would. I think he might be. I think he might be playing that game. I think he should be fit for that game.
And so, actually, the one question I was going to ask you, who would you start left back, Emerson or Alonso now? Left wing back or left back, actually. Which one would you go for?
This is what stresses me about Alonso.
He's another one. You don't know what you're going to get in it until the day happens.
He's got so much options. He's got so much options.
Because I don't know what's going on with that guy sometimes.
But when he's on it, different breed. He's on, he's on and he's carving those balls into the box. Is
all day,
running down the line.
Do you know who annoys me?
Mm-hmm.
Reece James. I tell you why. Do you remember when everybody was comparing him to Trent?
Yeah.
The thing that annoys me is he's got a good cross. Giroud's in the box. You've got Alonso, who usually makes the run at the back post. Every time you get in there, turn into Cross FC. But it's just so annoying when he'll get there and he'll start come back to Willian, and then the last minute he just decided to dash it in when there's no, you know what I'm saying? When outnumbered.
Yeah, they're all back now. They're all in position.
Bro. If that guy literally drives and then crosses, oh my God, it'll be dirty.
Do you know?
He just
do you know who you're sounding like right now, or do you know who you're reminding me of? Every single word you just said. Bellerin.
Who's that?
Oh, Hector, blood. Oh my days, blood. Prison Break FC, blood. Michael Schofield, blood. Oh my days, blood. Oh,
right. As a closing,
Bellerin. We'll run down the line, yeah. I have to get this in, gift. Bellerin will run down the line with blistering pace. Run down the line. He's beyond his man. You're thinking, yes, he's created the space. He's looked left so he knows that he's in the box. Like, yes, deliver. Nah, come back. Come back, pass it inside. I swear to you, this guy beats a man with his pace to come back. He does it to come back. Like, it's predictable. If he plays against Chelsea, watch what I'm talking about.
All right, cool. So,
but anyway,
last question anyway. This is a quick one. Score predictions. Good.
Bruh, how can you ask two cup finalists?
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1
Arsenal. Huh?
3-1 Arsenal.
Number, what's your prediction? 3-1 Chelsea. What's your prediction number?
I have a sneaky feeling it's gonna start off a nervous game, then it's gonna suddenly turn into a crazy game second half. I just have a 2-2. 2-2 in an extra time something.
Who's gonna win?
Like,
in your opinion?
Bro, it depends if it goes to penalties or not. And if it goes to penalties, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
I'm getting at here. You know what I'm getting at here. If it goes to penalties, who's winning?
Bruv, when you're Aubameyang in Inshallah FC, bruv, you're thinking of things.
So I'll put a big question mark on your thing, bro. You don't know. Just say something.
First goal's key, fam. First goal's key, fam. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna go. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go a heartbreaking 2-1 to Chelsea.
I say 2-0 to Arsenal.
I'm not gonna lie. You should have started off with that. I would have exited this frigging thing long time ago. Don't ever disrespect me like that ever again, man.
Right.
But I'll say this, right? I'll say this. If Arsenal get the first goal, we'll win the game. But I just don't think we're gonna. Or Saturday.
Ooh. Right. Thank you for joining me again. We've got the good luck to both of you anyway. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit bitter that I'm not in the final because of Ollie's bad decisions, but we are Champions League. You know what I mean?
Ollie's a fraud, fam.
Hey, try them. Hey,
hold on. What did you say? No,
when Champions League, innit?
Because last time we backed up at Wembley, not me too, fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I'm pissed off that we're not there because of all these bad decisions. All these bad decisions, but you know, we're in Champions League, so I'll take that. I'll take that nicely. But thank you guys for joining in. Please give us subscribe.
Not everybody in the video can say
share this with everyone, and more people are going to come on to join the conversation. So make sure you keep it locked because we got a whole lot of stuff coming up. Bob, everyone, yes.